Questions for reflection. In our first reading, we continue to hear from the letter of St. James. This letter was written by the apostle whose name it bears and was intended for all of the churches. The theme running throughout is that we must not simply be, quote, hearers of the word, but, quote, doers of the word. And in the apostle's words, faith without deeds is dead. That's James chapter 2. In the passage we heard today, the apostle is telling the early Christians and telling us that we should not complain. Rather, we should bear our hardships patiently like the prophets of old. How do we bear our hardships? The psalm for today, Psalm 103, builds on this theme of living differently because we believe. One example is how the Lord treats us. The psalmist David writes, quote, "As far as the east is from the west, so far from us does he put our faults." How do we forgive others? When was the last time we went to confession and experienced God's great mercy? In the gospel appointed for today's Holy Mass, Jesus is questioned on the subject of divorce. He uses this opportunity to teach about the indissolubility of marriage. He refers back to the first book of the Hebrew Scriptures, the book of Genesis. From the beginning, and I quote, "God made them male and female. For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, no human being must separate." End quote. And the Catechism of the Catholic Church states with clarity, and I quote, "The intimate community of life and love, which constitutes the married state, has been established by the Creator and endowed by Him with its own proper laws. God Himself is the author of marriage." And the Catechism continues, "The vocation to marriage is written in the very nature of man and woman, as they came from the hand of the Creator." End quote. We live in an age when marriage is solely possible between one man and one woman, always open to new life, and formative of family, is under assault. What are we doing about it?